and welcome back, family. If you are new here, I am the Glades Garden Girl over here in Zone 10A, Florida. A few days ago, I cut these pieces of rosemary from one of my propagated plant. I stuck them in the top section of this bottle right here. Had it in my bathroom, so whenever I go to the bathroom, I would pick up just this section and smell it, because I read that the rosemary is good for memory, and just smelling it, it will do something to your brain, and you know, it's very good for us. So this is the cup that I have it in with the water, and whenever I want to smell it, instead of lifting up the entire cup, I will just lift this section with the rosemary. Now I have let me see how many pieces of rosemary I have here, because I did not count them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I have 23 pieces of rosemary cuttings that I cut from an existing plant, and this plant was a propagated plant. Now in today's video, I just simply want to share with you all how you can have an endless supply of herbs in your garden. So this is my original rosemary bush, and as you can all see, it's dying back. For let me see, I think maybe in my first 2 to 3 years, I've tried to grow rosemary from seeds and from cuttings, and I was not successful at all. So now, my family, the reason why I was not getting any success with the propagated rosemary plant is because after I cut the tender pieces, a tender little piece like this, see, I would cut it, and then I would strip the bottom section of its leaves, and whether I put it in water or in soil, I would leave it in the sun. And when I leave it in the sun, a few days after I come back, I would just see the piece of rosemary plant looking like this. It would be dry, dead. It was parched, baked, burnt. So if you are going to propagate rosemary, when you get your cutting, do not put it in the sun. Put it in a very cool little spot. See? Cool little spot. And then it will put out its root, and it will just stay there and continue growing for you. I have 2 pieces in this pot, and I am going to be transplanting these in a new area very soon. All right, so let's continue. Now this plant, I got it at Walmart. I planted it over there initially when my garden was not set up this way, and it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So as soon as it started getting bigger, I started propagating little pieces of rosemary from this plant. Today I have this, I have this, and I have quite a few more rosemary plants in my garden. This is another piece that was propagated, and this one was recently transplanted in this barrel right here, getting bigger. Here is another one right here. I had one back here, but this one is all dried up, so I can now take this out, and I can boil this to make a portion for my hair, because rosemary is very good for hair growth. Here is another one. Here is another one. So that means, did I plant one in here? Yes, I did, but it looks as if it died. It looks as if it died. Yeah, so I have quite a few rosemary plants that is growing in my garden for over maybe for the past 2 years, and I have not purchased any new rosemary bush at all. I am not sure what your favorite herb is, because everybody does have a favorite herb that they like to use, but one of mine is the rosemary and another one is also the mint. I remember purchasing a little piece of mint from a Winn-Dixie store maybe 4 years ago. So let me show you a little demonstration. When you buy the mint at the store, right, you are going to be getting a few pieces of mint that looks like this. When you take it home, you are going to strip the bottom section of the mint, strip it off, and you see these little sections right here, the nodes where you strip the leaves from. That is where the roots are going to come out, because if you look closely on this one, you know, look at this, there was another leaf coming out from this part right here. And this thing here, this mint plant, it is very, 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 very invasive. So if you do not plant it in a container, it will take over your entire area where you're trying to grow it. So I would say put it in a container. So I'm getting these now. I'm putting it in there. And at some point, growing the mint, it will dry right down. You might even think that it is dying, but it's not dying, because the roots, they are, let me show you how the root system is. Look at these roots. Look at these roots, family. These roots, they are so invasive. They have been trying their best to get away. The mint's DNA is just to continue multiplying. See this? Look at this. They just keep growing, 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 growing. And that is how I ended up with this container right here. That one over there. This piece of mint right here. And this underneath here. So I always have a backup plan. All right, so now for these, I have to put them in a cool place so they can get their roots, and then sometime in the future I can transplant them out in the garden or even sell a plant to someone. Now this is going to be used for tea. You can use this immediately as it is, or you can put it to dry, keep your leaves in a mason jar so you can have it for future use. All right, so let's get back over into the herb and vegetable garden to take a look at something else. I did the same thing with my oregano right here. So I don't know if y'all remembered, maybe over a month ago, I was doing a video with my aloe vera and oregano, and I just started taking some small cuttings of the oregano and start sticking them all over the garden. So I have some oregano in here. I have some in here. And they are extremely easy to propagate. Very, very, very easy. I have a little piece down in here that's coming up too. I think, oh yes, I can see a piece back there. Forgive me for going back and forth, y'all, but I just wanted you all to see how you can have an endless supply of herbs in your garden by just propagating the existing ones that you have. Now this is another one. Look at this oregano in here. I might have to take off this covering soon and very soon. But look at it, getting so big. Whew. Another herb that I propagated is my thyme. I bought this thyme maybe in November, December, thereabout. I'm not sure. I might have to go back and check the video. But I know that I bought the thyme and I just cut off the top sections of it and I stuck it in different areas of my garden. These were originally in the containers with the strawberries because the thyme and strawberries are good companions for each other. And here I have my thyme growing. If I allow them, they will get extremely big. But what I do, I will come out whenever I'm cooking and just clip off the ends that is getting tall like this. If you plant it in the ground, it will get very, very, very big. You will have very big and bushy thyme plants. But look, I have a lot of thyme growing with my strawberries and other stuff right here. Now, as it relates to green onions, these are extremely easy to propagate. Extremely easy. So you will buy about 4, 5, or 6 stalks at the store for maybe less than $1 or sometimes over $1, but it's worth it. When you take it home, you're going to cut off the top section of the green onion like this. You can put the bottom section in water. In a few days, your green onions will start growing and you will have an endless supply. Look at these, how thick they are. Look how robust they are. Yeah. And I am growing these ones from seeds because I have been trying to grow them from seeds for quite some time. At one point I was successful, but then I lost all of them. So I restarted these on February 9th. This is what they're looking like. And I started these ones the same time. I am not sure why these are still so small. Maybe because it has all of these bok choy and things surrounding it. But I am going to pull these out to see if these will get bigger. And I also have some over here. So I had a basil plant down in here. I didn't even know it had died. Maybe the results of its death is because it was not getting enough sunlight. But let me show you a plant that was propagated from it. I think I have a plant or two. Yes, so this is a propagation of the one I have over there. So now because that one is dead, I am going to come and cut off. Let me see. I can get a few stalks from this to propagate. And I think I also took a little piece and stuck it over here as well. Yes, still growing. My man actually ran on it this morning, you know. And I said, how comes I didn't see that plant that I had over here? But it's right here growing. So my family and friends, there's a lot more herbs that every one of us really love to use. And if you want to have an endless supply of it, all you have to do is just to propagate it the easiest way you can. Either put it in water or put it in the ground. Most of the ones I just showed you, they can start regrowing simply by putting them in water. So I have some lemongrass here. I got this from my mom a few weeks ago. I need to come and water this because it looks as if it's going to die. But lemongrass is another herb that you can easily propagate. You can just pull out a root of it, stick it in water, and once it gets new roots, you can plant it out in the ground. That is what I tried. I'm trying here with this, and I wholly hope that it is going to survive. And I have another one over here. At one point I had very big, beautiful rosemary bushes, but over time they all just dry down and die over the winter. I planted some ginger in here. I'm not seeing any as yet. But yes, ginger is also, well, it cannot be propagated, but it's very easy to grow from the ones you buy at the store. And here I have some ginger growing. And I am just going to leave this ginger to continue growing. I'm not sure if I'm going to be harvesting any ginger from this anytime soon. Maybe end of the year. So if you're trying to figure out a way how you can have an endless supply of herbs in your garden, apart from starting it from seeds, that is what you can do. Because right now, I have so much rosemary growing. Look at this. And from this one plant, I cut 23 pieces recently. See? One was cut from here, here, and all over the plant. You can see we are nipped. Yeah, nip off those pieces. And I'm not sure how long this one is going to last for. I should have harvested all of these dry leaves already. I don't know what I am waiting on. I might just do it today and do the plant a favor and see if I can get some more growth out of it for a few more years. And yes, here I have another rosemary plant. I'm going to take this out, and I believe I have one down in there, but the cart is hiding it. Yes, family. So as per usual, thanks again for watching. I would really like to extend my appreciation to all of my returning subscribers, and for my newest subscribers, welcome. I appreciate you. I appreciate you loads. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your continued support, for your honesty in your comments, for your feedbacks, your suggestions, your recommendations, everything, folks, everything. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all. All right, so the Glades Garden girl is going back inside now. I'm still in my PJs, whether you want to believe it or not. The sun is coming up, and even though I am trying to sound, upbeat, I am really not feeling so well in my body. But to God be the glory. Great things he hath done. This Thai basil is actually a propagation of one I had going over a year. I had a few more pieces, but because I moved in so much, they all die on me. So my family and friends, thanks again for watching, and I will see you soon in another video. So good. Smells so good. Bye-bye.